The Red Death Dragon was revealed in the How to Train Your Dragon Super Bowl trailer, and it seems that it is bigger, like way bigger than the one seen in the original animated movie. So firstly, let's address the feelings that are hovering about the How to Train Your Dragon live-action remake. Like a lot of fans, we have mixed feelings too. Has it really been long enough to justify a full remake? Probably not. It's not been a decade, has it? I don't know. But do we want to see Berk's dragons in live action? Absolutely. Now, there's been a lot of discussion about the dragon designs, and while Toothless looks decent, the scales could have been handled better. The Deadly Natter and the Monstrous Nightmare are not the worst, but they really should have kept those big expressive eyes. Cause let's be real, the huge part of what made the animated dragons so lovable were their quirky, soulful expressions. Do we have more critiques? Yeah, quite a few. But are we gonna address them all? Not really. And are we still gonna see the movie? Without a doubt. I think that wraps up a lot of the sentiments behind the upcoming movie. Now let's get to the real star of the latest trailer, the Red Death. And is it just me, or did they make it way bigger? There are two major shots where you can see the scale of the dragon. The first one shows it breaking out of its lair, tearing through the cliffs as it emerges out into the beach where the Vikings of Berk are preparing for battle. And in that moment it was clear this dragon is massive, even bigger than I remember. Then there's the chase scene, the one where Toothless and Hiccup are leading it into the sky, using hit-and-run tactics to rip holes in its wings, before ultimately crashing down in a fiery explosion, killing it like an asteroid coming down to the ground. Seeing it in motion, the size difference was even more obvious. So we analyzed the scenes and found out that the dragon was way bigger than how it was portrayed in the original movie. See, officially, the Red Death from the animated movie is listed as about 99 feet or 30 meters tall, and 400 feet or 122 meters long. But in a trailer shot, where it's forcing its way out of the mountain, we compared its size relative to a Viking standing nearby. Based on that, it looks to be around 120 to 150 feet tall, and that's while it still was struggling to emerge, so its full height might be even greater. And even only with this scene, we can assume that the scale would be far larger than the original. But to get a proper number, we decided to look at the second scene, the one of it chasing the nightfury in the air, and here the size difference is way more pronounced. To get a better estimate, we really analyzed the chase scene. See, we have an image of the Red Death with its official size along with Toothless and his official size. Then we superimposed the official size image along with the screenshot of the chasing scene. We see the difference in size right away, and yet a change in scale is undeniable. The head alone of the live-action version is longer than the entire head and neck section of the animated dragon. But how do we get the exact size measurement? Now here's where we do our abracadabra. We use the animated version's design to assess the true scale of the live-action one. Oh, it sounds confusing right now, but stay with me. We first had to add the image of the animated version and then rescale and adjust the head size of both of them to be the same. Then we add a second image of the animated version's normal size in the same scene. Assuming the proportions of the live-action version is still roughly the same, meaning its body, tail and head are scaled consistently, we would get a live-action Red Death that would be over 800 feet or 243 meters long, and at least 200 feet or 61 meters tall. That is double the length and height of the original, and if we factor in the square cube law for weight, that would make it about 8 times as massive. So long story short, they went full kaiju with this thing, and if we compare it to the Monsterverse titans, specifically Godzilla, this Red Death would be equally as long from head to tail, but only half the height as Godzilla standing on his 2 feet. Still massive though, and still big enough to be considered a titan, and it would be way bigger than Mothra, Rodan or even the Mutos. And so with that, we come to the end of this video on the size estimation of the Red Death. It is 800 feet long and 200 feet tall as a live-action dragon. So do hit that like button for support and subscribe if you haven't already. Till the next time, take care fam.